Section. This is part of my staff today that's going to be speaking with you about our CPR, our cardiopulmonary resuscitation program. And we're excited to have you all here. I think this is really the first time we've had the Korean community in a group this size come up to fire headquarters and participate in a program.
And of course, do not accept any kind of money, okay? If you take any money, then that means that this law is kind of voided. It means that this does not protect you anymore if you take any kind of money, okay?
So we have the no-go. So is the person responding normally? Are you okay? Are you okay? Just slap them on the shoulders, try to wake them up. If they're not responding, that's a no. Is the person breathing? So see if they're breathing or not. You can put your ear to their mouth, just a little bit above, and just watch their chest. We want to see that chest rise and we want to see the fall. If we don't see that, that means they're not breathing. And then go, meaning you're going to start CPR, okay? So to do CPR, we're going to interlock our hands. Can y'all do that for me? Just lock your hands. When we're doing CPR, we're going to use this bony part of our hand, okay? We're always going to make sure we're on the side of the patient. And we're going to come over, okay? I'm not going to be far out like this because I'm not able to put all my body weight and pressure onto the person. But when we're doing compressions, essentially we want to do 100 to 120 compressions per minute, meaning for each second that's passing by, 2 compressions needs to be done. Okay? Call 911, start CPR, and just continue to do CPR. Is your scene safe?
Scene safe.
Alright?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
He's checking responsiveness. He doesn't get anything back. Check for breathing and pulse. Do you feel anything?
Not breathing.
Okay, we're going to activate the emergency response system. What is the phone number for the fire department? 911. 911, yes.
Call 911 and get the AED.
There you go. We'll go to the AED.
Starting compressions.
When you're calling 911, you want to make sure that you give them your exact location, okay? Make sure you know your address, where you are, and know what room you're in, okay? Because it's also important to know what room you're in. You could be on the 2nd floor, but we enter on the 1st floor because we don't know what room you're in, right? So make sure you tell them what room you're in.
So when Camden was doing those compressions, he's pumping for the heart, so blood can go and circulate throughout the body to keep our brain and organs alive.
So when you're in cardiac arrest, normally your heart's like a pump. When it's in cardiac arrest, it's just shaking. It's not pumping. So what you're doing with compressions is you're pushing and you're getting that heart to open up, fill with blood, and then push that blood through the rest of your body.
So the next thing we have is the AED. So just when you tell somebody to go call 911, it's just as important to tell somebody to get an AED. You might be in a place where you don't have the AED. And if you go to the mall, if you go to the grocery store, anything like that, they will always have one. They're usually by the restrooms, okay? This machine is going to be what shocks it back into its original rhythm, okay?
Adult patient. If the patient is a child, press the child button.
So while somebody's doing CPR,
remove clothing from the patient's chest. Remove packet and apply pads onto patient's bare skin. Press pads firmly on skin.
First step
apply
is going to be to turn
pads
it
as
off.
shown in the pictures.
Don't do it right now. Let's just watch and then.
Apply pads as shown in the pictures. Press pads firmly on skin. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Shock advised. Do not touch the patient. Everyone clear. Press the flashing shock button. Shock delivered. Begin CPR.
And then you see how easy that is? It walks you through the steps, right? So the pad placements, when you open the pads in your AED, it'll have little pictures on there to let you know. This is meant for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. It'll walk you through the steps. Do not stop doing CPR until the AED tells you to clear. So with children, we do not have children mannequins, but it's the exact same thing. The only difference is we're using one hand, okay? We're gonna do the same thing, just with one hand. With infants, we have 2 ways to do it. We can make sure you don't squeeze the baby side, 2 thumbs in the middle. We can do it sitting on the table, just like that. Or we always want to make sure we support the neck, right? We can just do it like this, 2 fingers. All right? The pad placements are going to be different for children and infants. Some AEDs come with pediatric pads, meaning so they're meant for kids, so they will be labeled on how to put it. But if they only have adult pads, what you can do is you put one in the front and you put one in the back. Okay? Just like that. Same exact thing. We're going to follow the prompts. We're going to listen to what the AED says.
Adult child patient. Remove the child's shirt. Remove packet and apply pads onto child's bare skin. Apply pads to child's back and chest as shown in pressed pads firmly on skin. Apply pads to child's back and chest as shown in the pictures. Apply pads to child's back and chest as shown in the pictures. Press pads firmly on skin.
So it's going to be the same exact thing. Also, do you guys remember the no-no-go method we use for adults? It's the same exact thing with children. I see my baby sitting there. He doesn't look right. I'm going to come up to him. You okay? Oh, sorry. For children, we're going to tap the feet. Okay? Infants and children, tap the feet. They're not responding to me. I'm going to check breathing. I'm going to check pulse. For children, we're going to check pulse a little differently. For adults, we do it right here, right? Do y'all want to go ahead and feel it on yourself? Everybody should have a pulse. For children, we're going to feel it in the arm. Okay? We're going to feel it in the upper inner arm. At home, will we have an AED? No. So the best thing we can do is just CPR so we can pump blood to the rest of the body. So, with children, we're going to do 30 compressions and 2 breaths.
Okay.
All right? And they'll show you. But when on an infant, we're going to make sure we cover the nose. Our mouth is big enough to cover their nose and mouth. We're going to do a small little puff. Because babies are smaller, their lungs are smaller. Just a small little puff. Okay?
Are you okay? Are you okay? Check his pulse. He's not breathing. Grab the AED and call 911.
Okay. So then the paramedic arrives with the AED. This small little puff.
Adult child patient.
So every
Apply
30
pads to
breaths.
child's back and chest as shown in the pictures. Press pads firmly on skin. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm.
So usually we don't
Do
want to
not
stop
touch the
CPR.
patient. Analyzing
Unless they're
heart
directly in the
rhythm.
way, you want to work
Shock
around them.
advised. Do not touch the patient. Everyone clear. Press the flashing shock. Shock delivered. Begin CPR.
So just like that, all right?
So you want to have 2 people, right? So with this 2 people, I can be doing, I'm getting really tired. All right, and remember that you're doing just continuous compressions. So you never want it to be so long to where the compressions are stopped for more than 5 to 10 seconds. So whenever make sure that person's ready, okay? So if you have a partner, make sure they're ready, okay? Are you ready to, all right. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, go. And then he's gonna start resuming compressions, okay? With the infant, it's a little bit easier to transition because you know you have those phases. You have the 30 to 2, 30 to 2, 30 to 2, 30 to 2. So you can be doing, I've been doing my 30 compressions and then I do my 2 breaths. And I can be doing that however many times and I get tired. So after you do the 30 compressions to 2 breaths, then the next person can do the 30 compressions to 2 breaths. That goes to say shock. Make sure you're not touching them, okay? Make sure you're away because it will, boom, it will shock them. And if you touch them, then you'll get shocked as well. So make sure that when it says shock, everyone's away, okay? Everyone say away. And then whenever it says shock, then shock cleared. then you can go ahead and go back again. But whenever it says shock, hands up.
네, 이렇게 해서 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯. 돼라, 돼, good, good.
You push down.
여섯, 일곱, 아홉, 서른 하고 빨리 여기다 두 번 하고 또 하나.
So you want to do it faster. So same that you're doing, right? That you're like,
First is so
yeah, just like that.
Adult patient. If the patient is a child, press the
여러분 오늘 우리의 그 CPR 트레이닝을 열심히 해주신 그 게빈 드로프님과 프리와 샤몬 그리고 뒤에 그 계신 분들 박수 한번 주십시오.